Let's see, is that available? Oh, okay. Looks like we're in luck. Cool. Good enough, I think. This is awkward. I can't change the camera using WASD. Is that a RuneLite plugin? I guess maybe the arrow keys? Okay, yeah, that'll do. So let's go ahead and talk to the fishing expert here. Hello there, newcomer. My name is Brianna. My job is to teach you about the skills you can use to survive in this world. The first skill we're going to look at is fishing. There's some fish in this pond over here. Let's try and catch some, and let's catch us some fish. I've managed to catch some shrimp. Excellent work. Next, you'll want to cook those shrimp. To do that, you'll need a fire. This brings us to the woodcutting and fire making skills. Now, if I recall correctly, when I try to cook this shrimp, it will always burn on the first try, just to like show us that we can burn food. Let's see. And okay, never mind. Okay, I guess we can move on now. So let's go ahead and click escape. And I think the bread guy comes next. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to him. Welcome, newcomer. I am the Master Chef Lev. It is here that I will teach you how to cook food truly fit for a king. I already know how to cook. Brina taught me that just now. Well, that's kind of mean. So this guy doesn't think that cooking the shrimp was real cooking, so... Okay, apparently I'm going to learn the fine art of cooking bread. Flour and water. Let's go ahead and use this bucket of water on the flour. Make some dough. And I guess I just click this. Okay, cool. I've managed to bake some bread. Alright, cool. I don't remember this being in the game either. On the top right, like I swear you used to have to change it in the settings itself, but I guess, yeah, maybe they've changed a lot about this game, or I'm just misremembering. Okay, let's talk to the quest guide. Welcome, adventurer. I'm here to tell you all about quests. Let's start by opening up your quest list. Okay. Now that you have the quest list open, you can see all of the quests within it. Opening a quest journal will provide you with more information on it. If you haven't started the quest, it will tell you where to begin and what requirements you need. If the quest is in progress, it will remind you what to do next. It is very easy to find quest start points. Just look out for the quest icon on your minimap. You should see one marking this house. Okay, let's move on. And I think this is the part where I make bronze bars and kill a rat. Hi there, you must be new around here, so what do I call you? Newcomer sounds so impersonal, and if we're going to be working together, I'd rather call you by name. You can call me Toffbuild. Okay then, Toffbuild. My name is Desnick, and I'm a miner by trade. Let's teach you how to mine. I got a bronze pickaxe, and let's go ahead and mine some tin, and now some copper. And oh, can you use the furnace directly as well? Man, I am misremembering a lot about this game. Okay, let's talk to the mining instructor again. I have a bronze bar. What now? Now that you've got a bar, you can smith it into a weapon. To smith something, you need a hammer and an anvil. There's some anvils just here that you can use. See if you can make a bronze dagger. That's pretty straightforward. And one bronze dagger. I like that they kind of highlight everything in yellow in the tutorial. I also don't remember that being a thing. So I don't know, either I'm misremembering a lot, or they've really changed the new player experience. Okay, let's talk to the combat instructor here. Hi, my name is Toffbuild. Do I look like I care? To me, you're just another newcomer who thinks they're ready to fight. Wow, that's pretty rude. I am Vidaka, the greatest swordsman alive, and I'm here to teach you the basics of combat. Let's get started by teaching you to wield a weapon. Okay, so this is just, they're asking me to equip weapons. Here I can see my equipment stats, and from here I can equip the bronze dagger that I just made. Very good, but that little butter knife isn't going to protect you much. Let's get you something a bit better. Once you're properly equipped, we can move on to some actual combat. The combat instructor gives you a bronze sword and a wooden shield. Okay, let's put these two on. Now, if I recall correctly, these... Oh, okay, they tell you. I was going to say these give you different XP depending on which stance you use. I think they also, like, increase your... Okay, maybe not. I thought they increased your stats as well, but maybe they've changed that. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and kill some rats. You know, a lot of people harp on the turn-based combat-like mechanics of this game, but I kind of like it. It reminds me of like those old Flash RPGs where you kind of just like watched two things hit each other. I don't know, there's a kind of like charm to it that I enjoy. Anyways, let's go back to Vinaka. I killed a giant rat. I saw. You seem better at this than I thought. Now that you've grasped basic swordplay, let's move on. Next up, we have ranged combat. With this, you can kill foes from a distance. With ranged, you'll be able to attack the rats without entering the pit, meaning that they won't be able to fight back. Okay, so now I've got a short bow and some bronze arrows. I'm going to go ahead and wield both of these. And, okay, let's attack this rat from a distance. That was pretty fast. Cool. Okay, I'm done. I don't know why, but I thought there was like magic here or something too, or is that? I think that might be at the end of the tutorial. Okay, anyways, now we learn about banks, it looks like. Okay, this is your bank. You can store things in here for safekeeping. To deposit something from your inventory, just click on it. You can withdraw things in the same way. To continue, close the bank and click on the indicated pull booth. Pretty sure these are like members only, no? I guess maybe they just want to show you what it is. I like that. They're really inclusive of what the community actually wants to see in the game. And I think it's good that the developers stay connected with their community. I think that's something that a lot of MMORPGs kind of struggle with in my experience. Let's go ahead and open the store. Talk to the account guide. Hello, who are you? This guy's just here to tell me about the security of my account, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and skip this stuff. Okay, so that guy didn't tell me anything super interesting other than you can buy these things called bonds in the game, which can give you membership, and I guess it's just like an alternative way to get members without like paying for it with IRL money. Anyways, let's talk to Brother Brace here. Good day, brother. Hello, I'm Brother Brace. I'm here to tell you all about prayer. So open the flashing icon to open the prayer menu. Let's talk to him again. This is your prayer list. Prayers can help a lot in combat. Click on the prayer you wish to use to activate it and click it again to deactivate it. Active prayers will drain your prayer points, which you can recharge by finding an altar or other holy spots and praying there. As you notice, most enemies will drop bones when defeated. Bearing bones by clicking them in your inventory will gain you prayer experience. That's all I have to teach you for now. If you need a reminder about your prayers, just speak to me again. Now, from what I remember, prayer is like one of those things that's really hard to level up, so definitely going to be burying as many bones as I can find early on in the game to not have to deal with that later. Okay, it looks like we're almost done Tutorial Island according to the dialogue box, and we just follow this path apparently. Yeah, I got to talk to this magic instructor. I guess this is where I learned how to cast spells and stuff. Hello, good day newcomer. My name is Tarova. I'm here to tell you about magic. Let's start by opening your magic interface. Okay. This is your magic interface. All my spells can be found here, and right now it's only filtered to the ones that I have the magic level for. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and talk to him again. Currently, you can only cast one offensive spell called Windstrike. Let's try it out on one of these chickens. Okay. I do not remember that the first time around. I guess this is like an official quest now. That's kind of cool. Do I not have to kill the chicken? No, I guess I'm just done. Okay, you're nearly finished. All you need to do now is move to the mainland. Just speak with the magic instructor to continue. Where's the part where I become an Iron Man here? No, I don't want to go to the mainland yet. I think I'm supposed to speak to this guy. I was going to pick regular Iron Man, but you know, since there's no real downside to picking hardcore except that I get downgraded, I think I actually want to go with hardcore. You know, I thought the first time around when I played this game, I actually thought that if you died as a hardcore, your account just got deleted. So I guess that's not the case anymore, or never was. So yeah, I don't really see any reason to not pick hardcore here. Ultimate Iron Man means I can't use banks, and that sounds like torture, and I'm not that psychotic, so I'm just gonna go with hardcore here. I guess I can go to the mainland now. Well, you're all finished here now. I'll give you a reasonable number of runes when you leave. Yeah, let's go to Lumbridge. Okay, when you get to the mainland, you will find yourself in the town of Lumbridge. If you want some ideas where to go, you can talk to the Lumbridge guide. You can't miss him. He's holding a big staff with a question mark at the end. He also has a white beard and carries a rucksack full of scrolls. There are also mini tutors willing to teach you about the mini skills you could learn. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Does he not teleport me? Oh, okay. I see. I have to actually go to the spellbook and do this myself. I wonder if this still has a 30-minute recharge timer, or if they've changed that too. Okay, looks like it still does. Okay, so we're in Lumbridge now, and the first thing I did was turn off all of these different chats, and I know that's kind of weird in an MMORPG, but I really don't want to get spoiled, so it is what it is. If we change our mind later, we can always turn it back on. As far as the quests go, I don't know that I actually have a plan. I think I want to finish all of these free-to-play ones before I even touch the members quest, because you know, this series might not make it past the free-to-play quest, so Yeah, so why don't we do that? Well, we'll finish the free-to-play quest first, and if that happens, then we'll get membership and try to do all these members quests. I guess Cook's Assistant is like pretty straightforward. So released in 2001, very short. I think I remember how to do this one. I also realized I really don't like the idea of using arrow keys to rotate the camera, so I'm actually going to play around with some settings and see what I can change. Yeah, it looks like there's a pretty useful highlight quest start point thing. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to turn the clue scroll helper on as well, because, oh, wow, that's a lot. Maybe we'll turn this off for now, actually. I don't want to, I don't know, like this feels like a little bit like it would be cheating, but yeah, anyways. I've turned highlight hover tile on. I'm going to go ahead and turn NPC highlighting on as well. I feel like that might be useful later on. Okay, this is something I didn't know you could do. Control click to invert run mode. I'm guessing that'll be useful for later in case I ever like want to walk for areas I'm not supposed to run. I don't know. Looks like you can toggle the attack style here as well. That'll be pretty useful. I'm going to turn on show mouse over text as well. Yeah, I've gone through all the controls. I don't think I saw a WASD option. That is brutal. Anyways, I think we're all done as far as altering the controls go for now. Huh. Looks like there's a slight delay between where I am and where the tile is. Now I wonder if that's server lag or if that's something else. I mean, sorry, I should really be doing Cook's Assistant, but I don't know, this could kind of got me curious. Okay, let's go ahead and just begin the quest before I get distracted by something. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is turn that off because it is super distracting. I guess maybe if like someday in the future I can turn it back on, but I really can't say a use case for it. So yeah, let's just start Cook's Assistant. What am I to do? You're a cook? Why don't you bake me a cake? Sniff, don't talk to me about cakes. What's wrong? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm in a terrible, terrible mess. It's the Duke's birthday today, and I should be baking him a lovely big cake. I've forgotten to buy the ingredients. I'll never get them in time now. Sack me. What will I do? I have 4 children and a goat. Goat? To look after? Okay, I don't know why he has a goat to look after, but would you help me, please? Start the Cook's Assistant quest? Yes. Oh, thank you, thank you. I need milk, an egg, and flour. I'd be very grateful if you can get them for me. So where do I find these ingredients then? Okay, where do I find some flour? There's a mill fairly close. Go north then west. Mill Lane Mill is just off the road to Trainor. I usually get my flour from there. Talk to Millie, she'll help. She's a lovely girl and a fine miller. Make sure you take a pot with you. For the flour though, it looks like you've already got one. Okay, cool, yeah. He's referring to this pot in my inventory. How about some milk? I'm pretty sure that's just across the road. There's a cattle field on the other side of the river, just across the road from the Groats farm. Talk to Gilly Groats. She looks after the dairy cows. And she'll tell you everything you need to know about milking cows. You'll need an empty bucket for the milk itself. I do see you've already got a bucket with you. And eggs, where are they found? I normally get my eggs from the Groats farm on the other side of the river, but any chicken should lay eggs. Cool, I've got all the information I need. Thanks. I think the milk is the closest, so let's just go ahead and get that. Damn, there are a lot of people killing cows here. Pretty sure I can just milk this dairy cow. Okay. And next, I think, is the... Oh, is there a way to turn this timer off? That's kind of immersion breaking. Whatever, I guess. Okay, next I talk to the miller. Oh, wait. There's an egg right there. Okay. Cool. Wait. Is the miller not this way? This is to Verhoek. Shoot. Okay. I think they're on the other side of the river. Oops. Okay, and I am already out of run energy. I forgot how fast it drained in this game. Now, if I remember correctly, your run energy restore rate is based on 2 things, your agility level and the amount of weight you're carrying. And right now I'm carrying 17 kilos. I mean, I don't know if that's a lot, but yeah, I guess I probably just have a really low agility level, so that'll probably explain it. Okay, so this is where you make the flour, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I think you just pick the wheat and then you go into the mill house, right? Okay, let's pick some wheat. And let's go ahead and talk to Millie or whoever. Hello, adventurer. Welcome to Mill Lane Mill. Can I help you? How do I mill flour? Making flour is pretty easy. First of all, you need to get some grain. Okay, we've done that. You can pick some from the wheat fields. There's one just outside of the mill, but there are many scattered across Gillinor. Feel free to pick wheat from our field. There always seems to be plenty of wheat there. I guess I probably should have asked her before I just stole a bunch of wheat from her. Oops. Then I bring my wheat here. Yes, or one of the other mills in Gillinor. They all work the same way. Just take your grain to the top floor of the mill, up 2 ladders. There are 3 floors, including this one, and then place the grain into the hopper. Then you need to start the grinding process by pulling the hopper lever. You can add more grain, but each time you add grain, you have to pull the hopper lever again. So where does the flour go to then? Flour appears in this room here. We'll need a pot to put the flour into. Okay, we've got that. One pot will hold the flour made by 1 load of grain, and that's it. We now have some pots of finely ground flour of the highest quality, ideal for making tasty cakes or delicious bread. I'm not a cook, so you'll have to ask a cook to find out how to bake things. Great, thanks for your help. Let's go ahead and climb up this ladder here, and again, fill hopper, operate hopper controls, down the ladder, and empty the flour bin. Cool. I think that's all 3 ingredients, right? Like, pretty sure that's all we need. Let's go head back to the chef now and give him his cake. All right, here's a bucket of milk. Here's a pot of flour. Here's a fresh egg. You've brought me everything I need. I am saved. Thank you. So do I get to go to the Duke's party? I'm afraid not. Only the big cheeses get to dine with the Duke. Oh, come on. Well, maybe one day I'll be important enough to sit on the Duke's table. Maybe, but I wouldn't be holding my breath. That's very mean. Okay, well anyways, we got 300 cooking XP, so that's pretty big, and 2 quest points out of that. Or no, sorry, just 1 quest point out of that. And that takes us to the level 4 cooking. Cool. Okay, what quest do we do next? I think Sheep Shearer is probably the next one we should tackle. I mean, it is like right in this lumberage area, and pretty sure it's like pretty straightforward. First though, I'm gonna go ahead and deposit all my crap in the bank. I think the one thing I will take with me is money, because if I recall correctly, these quests basically require you to have like a hardware store in order to do them. So I'm gonna go to the general store and just buy a bunch of tools right away so I don't have to deal with that later on. That way, I'm probably gonna need more than 25 coins. Let me just go ahead and kill some goblins first. So I think I actually want to get 5 attack first. That way I can like wield steel weapon or something. Oh, this guy stole my goblin. I wonder how much this is worth at the general store. Okay, GE 97, HA 18, LA 12. If I recall correctly, those are just like the values for different modes of money conversion. So if I sell it at the Grand Exchange, which is like this kind of auction house like place, I can get 97 coins from it. Whereas if I sell it, if I high alch it, which is a spell I'll get way later on, I can get 18 coins from it. And if I low alch it, I'll only get 12 coins from it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works anyways. Okay, good. We got a hammer. That's pretty big. That I don't have to buy from the general store. I also realize I'm almost dead, so that would have been pretty sad if I lost my hardcore status to, like, the goblin. Ooh, look at these guys. Melee tutors. I don't remember these guys being around. Okay, I think we might have gotten our first gear upgrade on the account. Okay, just kidding. They're exactly the same as a wooden shield and sword. It's kind of disappointing. Maybe the range tutor has something better. Oh, I got free arrows. It's kind of nice, I guess. What about the magic tutor? So it looks like I can only take either ranged equipment or magic equipment. I think I'd rather have magic equipment. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this ranged equipment and get some stuff from the magic combat tutor instead. And okay, just kidding. I guess I get neither. Cool. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's just continue with Sheep Shearer then. Wait. Oh, I totally forgot to buy stuff from the general store. Okay, good enough for me? Okay, so I've bought a bunch of stuff from the general store. I think it's time to go ahead now and start Sheep Shearer. What are you doing on my land? You're not the one that keeps leaving all my gates open and letting out all my sheep, are you? I'm looking... I wonder what happens if I pick option 2. I'm not going to do that, but I'm looking for a quest. You're after a quest, you say? Actually, I could do with a bit of help. My sheep are getting mighty woolly. I'd be much obliged if you could shear them. And while you're at it, spin that wool for me. Yes, that's it. Bring me 20 balls of wool, and I'm sure I could sort out some sort of payment. Of course, there's the small matter of the thing. Well now, no one has ever seen the thing. That's why we call it the Thing, because we don't know what it is. Some say it's a black-hearted shapeshifter, hungering for the souls of working decent folks like me. Others say it's just a sheep. Well, I don't have all day to stand around and gossip. Are you going to shear my sheep, or what? Yeah, let's go ahead and start the sheep shearer quest. Good. Now, one more thing. Do you actually know how to shear a sheep? No, I don't know, actually. Well, you're halfway there already. You have a set of shears in your inventory. Just use those on the sheep to shear it. That's all I have to do. Well, once you've collected some wool, you'll need to spin it into balls. Do you know how to spin wool? I don't know how to spin the star. Don't worry, it's quite simple. The nearest spinning wheel can be found on the first floor of Lumbridge Castle. To get to Lumbridge Castle, just follow the road east. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and just climb over this real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and share some sheep. I think he said we needed 20. Right. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but it looks like I can talk to them. That's a sheep, I think. I can't talk to sheep. What if I examine them? Okay, that doesn't really give me anything useful. Pretty sure they're not part of the quest, but I am kind of curious why there are penguins in disguise in a sheep pen. Maybe that'll be revealed in a later quest or something. Okay, we've got 16 balls of wool. I just realized that by buying like a whole hardware store, I actually have to make 2 trips, but that's okay. I mean, I'm sure that later on we'll need like more balls of wool for quests anyway, so I think it's fine. The walking in this game is brutal, man. Though that being said, it does feel like the run energy recovers faster than it used to. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hallucinating things. Anyways, let's just go ahead and share some more sheep. Why am I not sharing them? Oh, I forgot my shears. Okay, great. Cool, more walking. Okay, get the shears, go back down the stairs. Oh, I wonder if we should start rune mysteries while we're here. Let's go ahead and talk to this Duke Horatio guy. Greetings, welcome to my castle. Have you any quest for me? Well, I wouldn't describe it as a quest, but there is something I could use some help with. What is it? We were recently sorting through some of the things stored down in the cellar, and we found this old talisman. Okay. The Order of Wizards over at Wizard's Tower have been on the hunt for some magical artifacts recently. I wonder if this might be just the kind of thing they're after. Would you be willing to take it to them for me? Yes. Let's go ahead and start that. Sure, no problem. Thank you very much. You'll find the Wizard's Tower southwest of here, across the bridge from Draenor Village. When you arrive, look for Cedridor. He is the Archmage of the Wizards there. The Duke hands you the talisman. Okay, cool. If I remember correctly, Rune Mysteries doesn't actually involve any combat, so I think we should be fine to just do it at level 3. Although I do vaguely remember that like a skeleton pops out to attack you, but I think we can just run away from it. Shit, I guess we'll find out. It'd be kind of funny if my hardcore Iron Man died at Rune Mystery. I think I want to get like a full inventory of wool so that I can have a bunch for future quests. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we've gotten the maximum amount of wool. Hopefully that will cover us for all future quests. In fact, we have 20 right here already, so why don't we just go ahead and give it to the farmer, get that out of the way before we start the next quest. What are you doing on my land? What do you mean, it's me? Fred, I've seen the thing. You actually saw it? Run for the hills. Toth-pilled. Grab as many chickens as you can. We have to... Red. Oh, woe is me. The shapeshifter is coming. We're all... Red. Doomed. What? It's not a shapeshifter or any other kind of monster. Well, what is it then? Well, it's just 2 penguins. Penguins disguised as sheep. ... Have you been out in the sun too long? Damn. So he doesn't believe me. Does that change the quest at all, or... Okay, apparently not. I need to talk to you about sharing those sheep. Oh, how are you doing getting those balls of wool? I didn't spin them into my memory or lack thereof is really showing in this game. Okay, I guess it's back to the castle for me, and gotta make some balls of wool. Okay, so it looks like I actually got a bunch of crafting XP from doing this, which is fantastic. It also looks like there's like a crafting tutor here. I'm not sure if that's new. I don't remember them being here before, so why don't we go ahead and talk to them and see if they can give us anything. Hello there, are you interested in hearing all about crafting? Okay, doesn't look like I can claim anything from them, so let me just go back to spinning wool, I guess. Alright, so I've got the 20 balls of wool. Now let's just talk to Fred and get our reward. I think this is the end of the quest. What are you doing on my land? Is he gonna ask us that every single time we talk to him? Okay, I need to talk to you about sharing those sheep. Oh, how are you doing getting those balls of wool? I have some. Give them here then. That's the last of them. I guess I better pay you then. And that is Sheep Shearer done. Okay, that is now 3 total quest points. Looks like we got even more crafting XP and 60 coins. So we're already at level 3 crafting. That's pretty good. Check the skill guide for more information about crafting. Oh, this looks different than what I remember as well. Man, I feel like a lot has changed in this game since I last played it. Like, I do not remember this overview being here or any of this stuff. Okay, so I think we have a decent amount of footage already. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and edit this Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Evil Bob. Hello, come with me if you like fishing. Or has this amulet of human speak broken again? Yes, that seems like a good idea. Okay. Where am I? On my island. Take me to your leader. I am your leader. You are but a slave. Well, that's a reference to a movie. I am not a slave. I am a free person. Okay, evil laugh. I think we talked to the servant. Look over there. That fishing spot contains the fishy legs. Okay. So I go to the fishing spot. That statue. Okay. Do I need like a net or something? Okay, maybe I just don't need a net at all. You need a fishing net. Perhaps you can find one of the... I am so dumb. There's literally one next to me. Looks like I just caught a cooked fish. So I guess I have to... Well, I don't want to eat it, so it's not left click on that. I guess I uncook it. Okay, cool. Do I just use this on Bob now and then leave? That's delicious. Yeah, I'm sure it is, buddy. Now let me take a little cat nap. Do I just go down? Nice. That was the strangest dream I've ever had, assuming it was a dream. No way, I just got 6 fishing levels from that? That's crazy. That is, I mean, I wonder if that's like a flat rate thing or if that scales with your fishing level. 6 fishing levels this early on is pretty massive. Okay, so I do think we have enough footage now for our first video. So I think what I'm going to do now is edit what film we have, upload it to YouTube, and then probably get back to this like tomorrow morning or something. I will see you all tomorrow.